Let's talk a little bit about structure in Wing Chun and the difference between proper structure and less optimum structure is not immediately apparent. For example, the Tan Sao. Tan Sao is done like so. Now, very common when people begin, they'll have stiffness here in the wrist. Now watch what happens here in the wrist if he holds his stiff rigid like that. If I apply force here, you see what happens to his structure there like that. Any tension in the arm immediately translates into his body. Also very common, I see people do Tan Sao, they forget this alignment here, so they have a Tan Sao that looks like this. So the hand is straight, like this. Now again, if I apply any force here, it goes straight into him. But this time we're doing proper Tan Sao, where the hand is like this, relaxed, we have the structure. Now this is like a boat floating here, it's just very loose, this joint here. But it is focused towards my center, that's it, nice and relaxed. Now you see, when I apply force, I'm actually starting to feel it rebound into me. This is the difference between proper structure in Wing Chun, which is not immediately apparent, and why you must spend so much time practicing Siu Lim Tao properly. Let's look at another hand that's so common in the first part of Siu Lim Tao. Fook Sao. Fook Sao like so. Now again, very commonly, people will hold tension in this part of the foot. Okay? So, tense, if your hand is tense there. Now, if his hand is intense in any way, again, when I apply force, it goes into him. Now, again, if he relaxes, puts the proper structure, and I apply force into here, now I feel I'm rebounding. And he can control me, like if you drop your hand downwards, coming down, rotate the shoulder, he pulls me down, which is why the Fook Sao is called a bowing hand. He can pull effortlessly down on me like so and control me. Again though, slight rotation in his hand and his hand is not properly there. The bone alignment here changes so that again, when I apply force into him, it goes into him. Straight away it disrupts his structure. But practiced correctly, bones all aligned, his Fook Sao like so, suddenly, so strong. One last hand, again with a Wu Sao coming back. Again here, proper alignment, relax, fingers like so, pointing straight up. Now, these bones align like this, and his structure, even though relaxed, very, very, very strong. But again, now incorrect, he puts a little bit of tension here in his wrists, like so. There. You can see this is not prearranged, it's just the way the body works. One more time, properly relaxed. It looks correct, but now he holds tension in his wrist here. Tense that. So again, when I apply force, you can see what happens to him. But now, relax, Fook Sao structure, there. It's quite instantaneous. So, all of this is hidden within Siu Lim Tao. These structures, which is why I always urge students to practice your Siu Lim Tao so carefully and pay attention to all the details, because all this is locked within the form.